January this year, we introduced 18 contestants to you to begin the journey to finding the next big thing on television, the next TV star season 2. It's been 13 weeks, 9 evictions. It's been a lot of education, a lot of fun and tears. But tonight, we crown the next biggest thing to hit your TV screens. Thank you for sticking with us in the last 13 weeks. The next TV star is brought to you by Flora Tissues, MTN, GHOne, Cowbell, The Address Hotels and Resorts in Dubai, the Silicon House Productions, 77 Assets, Angie's Beauty, the Sylvester's Gen Grooming, Bell Mixers, Bell Chill and Win, and our donors, Cookie the Makeup Girl, Simmer Brew, Infonifie, and Oh My Hair. Now tonight, the competition is in 3 rounds. The first round, the contestants will be presenting an editorial on various sectors of the country. The next round, they will be judged and asked questions on how wide they read. And then the third round, well, they'll be doing presentations at the discretion of the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges for tonight, Lexus Bill is our guest judge. Let's put our hands together for Lexus. Lexus, it's good to have you back.
Absolutely, you're looking good, and I'm happy to be back.
Thank you, it's good to have you back. Huh? Yeah. Francis Aban is the programs manager for Star FM. Let's put our hands together for Francis. Hello, Francis.
Hi, Siaw. Good evening.
You're happy to be back?
Yes, I'm happy to be back, and once it's the finale, we're in for great stuff, so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the woman behind all of this, the general manager of GHOne TV, Nanaba Nama. Let's put our hands together for her. Nanaba, how are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm very happy tonight. Glad we can own our Sunday nights after tonight. For a while. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much every week for joining us here. Let's put our hands together for GIJ students. They have been very, very impressive. Are you ready to meet the contestants? Are you ready to meet the contestants? Well, we started with 18 contestants. And tonight, we have 5 of the contestants who have made it to the grand finale. And also, a round of applause for students of GH Media, if you're here. Thank you. Are you ready to see Shatawale? Are you ready to see Shatawale? All right, back to the next TV star. The show is brought to you by Flora Tissues, MTN, GHOne, Cowbell, The Address Hotels and Resorts in Dubai, Chop Shop, Green Line, the Sylvester's Gen Grooming, Angie's Beauty, Bell Mixers, Bell Chill and Win, 77 Assets, and the Silicon House Productions. Our donors, Cookie the Makeup Girl, Simmer Brew, Infonifie, and Oh My Hair. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our other guest judge, Shatta Wale. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. I'm all right.
You're happy to be back?
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. You know, I see. And I love your dress too.
Thank you.
You look very good.
Thank you. What are your expectations for tonight?
Well, you know, the ultimate. You know, I'm just looking at you know, someone who can really impress me tonight.
Why?
Yeah.
Let's put our hands together for him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, tonight's competition will be in 3 parts. The first part, the contestants will be presenting an editorial on various issues from education to rent, well, to the Achimota Forest and any other thing that you can think of on the show. And then we will separate the boys from the men and move on to the next round of the competition, where they will be answering questions from the judges, very random questions, to assess how wide they have been reading. And then we move on to the final stage of the competition, where they'll be answering questions as well, based on the discretion of the judges. And then we finally will crown the winner. The winner for the next TV Star Season 2 gets their own show on GHOne TV, gets a 1-year mentoring session with the general manager of the television station, and they get to travel to Dubai and live our stay at the Address hotels and resorts over there, and they get lots of goodies and products from the sponsors. The second and third winners for the competition will get a 6-month internship with GH1 TV or Star FM. They get a 6-month mentoring session with the general manager, and they also get products from the sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to meet the contestants? Yeah! Who is your next TV star? All right, it's okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our 5 finalists for the next TV star. Let's put our hands together for them, guys. Oh, come on, let's put our hands together for them. Oh, you're not clapping. Are you not happy to see them? Thank you. That's better. That's better. That's better. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo, Epi, Amasewa, Siaw, and Barry. That you're excited and everything, but we will please ask you to be silent so that we can have a great show, so we can listen to our contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 finalists, Barry, Siaw, Amasewa, Epi, and Leo. Let's put our hands together for them one more time. Okay, so before we get into anything serious, contestants and ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to see on the screen how far you have come and what you have done in terms of voting for tonight. So if we can have that quickly. This is how you're looking in terms of the votes for this evening. So Leo is leading, Amasewa, Barry, Epi, and Siaw. So that's the voting party. Now, I want you to know that the winning, it is not dependent on what you have seen on the screens. After the first thank you very much. After the first round, the scores from the judges will be used to evict 2 of the contestants. So this, yes, adds up, but from now till when you win, it is dependent on what you are able to do to show the judges and the rest of the world. So all the best to all 5 of you, but since we don't want, who wants to go first? Who wants to speak first? No one, I'm sure. Don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. Here, I'll come round, you pick, right? And then, if you pick number 1, you go first. Barry. Amasewa. Obviously, the last one will be for you. Okay, so open it. What's your number, Barry? 5. Okay, so Barry is number 5. Siaw, number 2. Amasewa, number 3. Epi, number 1. And Leo, number 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, congratulations to all of you. You may go backstage now. The first contestants may stay on the stage. All right, Nanaba.
Epi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
And congratulations for coming this far.
Thank you.
All right, so you chose number 1, and so we'll go straight to Francis. Francis has the first question for our first contestant.
Okay, so Epi, good evening to you once again. You would have to present an editorial on unemployment in Ghana.
Unemployment is a major issue. We talk about it, we hear people say things about it, and we have friends and families who come home and they're looking for jobs, and every time it's like, oh, I tried, I sent in applications, but then better luck next time. It's not easy living with somebody who has graduated and then they can't find a job that would give them money, that would put food on the table, especially if they happen to be the breadwinner of the family. And we know that the youth happen to be the major active force in any country. They are the working population. Now, if there's a problem among the youth, then the country actually has a problem, because it becomes a ticking time bomb. If they get too agitated, they're too restless, before soon you realize that there's so many issues everywhere. Security can become an issue. Now, unemployment doesn't just start from nowhere. It starts from different places. You look at qualifications. There are jobs out there, but how qualified are the people who apply for them? But the question is, when we go to schools, do we actually teach these people? How practical are the lessons that we receive in school? I have colleagues who have complained of how theoretical some of the lessons they gained are. And then when they go, you apply for a job, and sometimes the job is looking for 5 years experience. But then you actually gain that in school. Some time back, the finance minister actually made mention at UPSA that the government payroll is full, so the students should look to become entrepreneurs. But then he added that he hopes that the school taught them to be entrepreneurs. Are we building the students? Are we building the youth? Are we giving them the necessary foundation so that if they step out there and then they can't find a job to do, they will be able to start something on their own? Are we enabling them with the critical thinking skills that they need to solve the problems that we have here today in the country? I'm not the only person who has a problem with unemployment, and I know a lot of people have been complaining about it. But it's time we stand up and start looking at the issues that can solve the problem. Thank you.
Okay. So, in terms of the general idea, you understand what unemployment is. But you didn't tell us what it is and what is not. What the statistics are related to unemployment in Ghana today. What the main problem is. You talk about a disconnect between what's taught in the classroom and what the jobs are in the world market. But what is the real disparity? I didn't hear that. But on a general attempt and you thinking on your feet, I think it was an okay attempt.
Lexis, you have any comments?
Yeah, I think that was impressive. I like the fact that you are very aware of what's going on. Citing, the finance minister, the conversation around entrepreneurship and all, I think it was a good thing. And you've got a flow, so that's good. Good job.
Shatta, any comment?
Well, I think I love your confidence, though, and I want you to keep that. That's nice.
Okay, Epi. All right, calm your horses. Calm your horses. So, Epi, I think it was a good effort, but really, you are presenting an editorial on unemployment in Ghana. So we don't need to remind you about the rate of unemployment, because that is what will draw our attention to the problem. So if you tell us that unemployment is maybe 5%, then we really don't have a problem in Ghana with unemployment. But the statistics is what will draw our attention to how staggering the problem is. But you didn't establish that. Do you understand? So all the best in the next round, but congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our next contestant, number 2, Siaw.
Ete say, I don't know so ususuma kofonsa. Srekakre. Ada yantonyum kakrama. Yantonyum. Okay, Lexis.
All right, Siaw. So you're supposed to present an editorial on rent in Ghana. Rent in Ghana.
Edai hai ewo by God muhano. akoye kwekwana ntachene wo bo edi mo e pa wo bo ekire so eti na yesa na emoa yen e wo my Ghana mu asua na se dwumeku na ban dwumeku a wo mo hye nipa kenkan so na so mo hye nkuntabuo so Ghana Statistical Service afin pimienu ni eduonu ba ko nipa ne adan kenkan 2021 population and housing census na wiye no wɔn mo de betu dwa extra say enipa empem ba opepe ba ko ene akiripo enso 1.7 million ena wɔn ɔman Ghana mu ha say ya ɛdan ayɛ fɛ ɛdan wɔn mo de bia wɔn mo etirem wo hye ɔman Ghana ya mambra ni mu a ya hyehye de to hɔ akyerɛ kwan yɛ fiewurafoɔ ne wɔn mo high dan wɔn mo ntem enye enti no ɛyade a rent control unit no wɔn mo di hɔ dwuma paa kasabafoɔ ɛde ma rent control unit owura Emmanuel Kosu ɛkɔpie mu enua no mo joy FM akakye ɛkɔkyerɛ nsɛm ɛkyerɛ sɛ wofie wura bosom nsia na ɛboro so na wɔde uska ɛte saa na yɛtumi kyerɛ no ɛma no tum ɛmfie mmienu anaasɛ 500 penalty unit otumi kyia yɛkɔ court na sɛ wɔdi fo a ɛbra so si yɛkeka yɛ ho ɛsiane sɛ ɛdan ho rɛnti anaasɛ yɛha dan no yadeɛ baako agye no sɛ kyerɛ me na yɛ papaapa na ɛha dwen deɛ na aban ɛyɛ aban ada saa na mehu no ɔma fam ɛsiane sɛ wɔsɛ mprempre aban keka ne ho ɛsɛ sɛ temamfoɔ hyɛ no se yɛkɔ gyina wiem to aba to yi ne bra sɛ wɔmmɛhwɛ na wɔmfa nneɛma toto akɔe mu no na yɛbi sɛ nti ɛne yɛfrɛfrɛ no wɔfiri sɛ yɛboa yɛ ho a ɛnyɛ yie yɛatwi atoa ma no no deɛ na ɛwɔ sɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ sɛ wɔtumi hyɛ ɛyɛ Saglame housing project wɔn mo de aba nanso akɔsi he amanyɔsɛm nti ɛyade Saglame housing project na aka nwuram yɛ a yɛhu deɛ ɛyɛ sika twitwi deɛ kɔhyɛ saa dan no mu sɛ yɛdi sɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ affordable housing kyɛ dan ya no bu afu a de hyɛ betumi yɛ deɛ kɔkɔtere ma wɔn ho adwe wɔn mo no yɛbɛtumi yɛnyɛ bie nanso amanyɔsɛm ti aka dɛm aban yakɔtɔ aba ma wo ɛmpagyefoɔ yɛdan mu sɛ wobɛsɔre waka na wobɛkeka mo ho wɔ saa kwan no so Saglame housing project na ɛyade ba kɔ tɔso mu ɛti ka mo ni akuhu na ka wayɛ ne yie na ayɛ kama ɛbo nyina anade bi aban yo no ɛno na yɛ moda na da bi amoa ɛti aban keka wo ho sɔre waka ɛso bo ɛsɛ temamfo ɛbrɛ ɛmonte so kɔfɔ da hɔ basa yɛ tom ba mo na ɛmo ɛprepra ɛkɔla abɔfɔm ne nyina yɛ ade amoa enti sa ban wo bɛsɔre waka ɛbɛboa mo me no mienu me kofi Siaw sapon me ɛna manya gyina pɛ ne mprempren me gyina nipa twitwiri die anamu na me kasa kyerɛ ban sɛ wonto anamɔn ɛnyɛ saa daakye ma bi no ɛyɛ ade nkrɔfo ɛbɛbrɛ
Thank you, Siaw. Lexus.
Siaw, say ye Saglame housing project in the Fihua, or delivering, or say a buying sorry, no moon to an among. See ye sa solution if you are, then solution build our bit me I prefer for this issue.
Set ye Saglame housing project na and Kabai de Baba Buana. Solution
in resolving the issue, okay, in doing something about renting in your delivery, the main thing that you mentioned was government needs to do something about, for example, the Saglame housing project. So I'm asking, what other things do you think the government should do to solve the issue? For example, you mentioned how landlords and house owners are only supposed to take 6 months rent advance, right? But they're not. People are paying 2 years. What should be done?
Send you can emrano wo se be be shemrano kete amano koso na yasem no obi ko eye rent control unit 20 sensem a kata hye dwirim point kan kan siketua bia wo se wutua na niam bi tete site na yeden amasafo no so mbekọ enti aka ba yi se sika ne firi hɔ na nkɔfo ho hihia o maka bɛboa afi nso ye atwi bi ne waso ama na yensen na hɔ ama ban ahwɛ so aya nkɔfo mu se ampa me na msi dan ne de na so mra wo hɔ wo se bedi so na so mra na se yetra obi akeka ne ho fa nye adwuma hwan na ɛhwɛ sɛ saa mra ne ɛyɛ adwuma ɛna efie rafoɔ afa nsɛm to wɔn emeti so ɛna deɛ wɔn pɛ ɛna wɔn mo yɛ yɛntwi obi aso eti ɛmoa afi nso no anka aban betumi abam na ɛdan na ayɛ haahai no wetumi ahyɛ dan ma yɛ standardized prices sɛ o dan ne ɛti bibi sɛ yi a gisɛyi ɛti bibi sɛ yɛ gisɛyi yɛhwɛ sɛ cement bo abɛduru sɛ mprempren blocks bo abɛduru mprempren na wɔn sɛ nyansa kwan mu no sɛbi anka wogye sɛ yi a anka ɛbɛboa enti gisɛyi mom na enti ma nkrɔfo ho ntimi nyɛ den ɛheha wɔn no saa kwan no soɔ no ɛbɛboa.
Okay, thank you, Francis.
The last time I was here, I said, when it was done, I said more people.
Yeah.
Today, I'll put it this way. And in doing editorial for a while now, there are 3 things that you consider. the facts, the analysis, and the call to action. You nailed each and every one of them. Each and every one of them. And I realized when they came upstage, he was in two minds. I don't know what's going on, but you didn't look your usual self. But when you started talking, you were just in character. Well done.
Shatta, will you speak tree?
Tree.
Okay.
Me share gift na ewo mu no. And maybe I'm penny for more. Maybe they might go like into the technicalities with you, but like maybe they may kind of say, "Dear why no, who could be and to show any me."
Siaw, all right, Siaw, that was amazing. Matara and your title, the drunk Kamijinama standing ovation. That was beautiful. Congratulations.
Let's put our hands together for Siaw. Come on, guys, let's put our hands together for Siaw. Our next contestant, number 3, ladies and gentlemen, Ama Sewa.
Nana, as usual, why you kama? And why you fit? All right, shut up.
Ama, good evening.
Good evening.
Me pa wata no pa. She says you slim, so I both them. Ama, so said me ma go you to for the I would like you to do an editorial on the Ghana music industry for us.
So Obi, it is a me to Ghana nyom. A high life. Your fan Dr. Pabuboa, because we are kulu. Now, what is a me to Eminem? No, budget me so. Ghana, a dear Bakwa way and when he say, a dear dear no, ye need shadan jomosa, ye Ghana music industry no. Aye bibi a woho. Any say, Ghana ha anyom to 4, one more bonyomoa, a quaya ye faswa ye di promote your monyomuno, and yes, Anna ye qua abonten swa, etie. Okoye radio stations, any ye TV stations, Ansana, or mobile Ghana, Ninium, no bacacho say, Suya bibi mammy. Adentia, abonten so for na mobono, or mutia bibi mamwana. Ghana music industry no, a ye in Nipakua in Nipabi or Honoma. Omonkasa omadu machedie ena omodi aba oman so omodi ba besomye nanso royalties e wose mutua mom no muntua mfa mom eba ne saa enhye omun kran se omon koso na omonye ebu omabem esan se afibia se ye abato a omanpeni anase obi a opese odi oman ne so no or the budget anase policies eba say or the Bababwa the culture and tourism industry. Now so I find Debia ye policies. Now so policies no ye who near kwaso ewo Ghana music industry. And I say the culture, the tourism and nini na ye hu near air kwaso. Yet to me who say ye Ghana music industry no atobaha say eba say and can musicians ne share senka the way aban ensifa entire machina na komu be jai so motonyom e dia maye man no enti no obi biara wo be hu se okoso as a musician e wo Ghana ha no na ye neti taifo omomode mbo a omobo enti nke be ya aka aban no onjina ne nan so no ncha ne ni fa hwam because anya omoa e no mokọ a omudi enyum nyam hye no e bre ye wo man nim medamo ase.
Yo, Amaya shut up. Did she paint the picture of the Ghana music industry?
Well, I think she did, and whatever he said was right. But The American says, yeah, wakuma ba watu nyum down. Because I said, Ukasa West, and, you know, but the way I boy for Sana, yes, you're boyful, but gradually I hope that the work government, but now boys, why?
Lexus, you're a presenter on radio. You play music a lot. You know the industry. They should do justice to it.
So she just took shots at us. So I've taken this presentation very personally, and you know, I'm saying that because in as much as she pointed out very relevant issues in the music industry, I thought she missed out on a good opportunity to celebrate how far Ghana music has come. Look, these guys, Shatawale just came back from what? USA?
United States of America.
United States of America. Playing shows in the US. We have some of our local music, our Ghanaian musicians on international platforms, #1 streaming songs from Black Sheriff and the likes. I think that you missed a great opportunity to celebrate our music, because from where I sit, Ghana music is doing amazingly well globally. There are issues, yes, you highlighted a bit of them, but I think that where we are right now, we are in a very good place. Our music is good. The artists are doing well. The radio stations are not demanding money to play Shatawale's music. Are they?
Small. You charge you small.
But that regardless, you still brought out pertinent issues, and I say kudos, yeah?
All right, Francis.
I thought if you paused for 10-15 seconds, organized your thoughts, and started, you will have delivered much better. I've seen you in the past weeks put together your thoughts and give us something good. Today I wasn't impressed. And I say that because midway, you were straying into culture, into tourism, into government policies, budget. You could tell that you were trying to find your way back to what you were talking about. So, again, preparation is key. If you're talking about an editorial, I go back to the same point. The facts, the analysis, and the call to action. Your call to action was that people take money, that should change. Policies should be introduced. But what are the facts about the Ghana music industry? What are the real issues relative to streaming, relative to investments, relative to distribution? You say Payola is a problem, but what's the problem with the distribution? And comparative to what's happening around the world, what has to change? These are the many areas that when you're doing an editorial, you must take into consideration. Again, if you are taking your time, even though the facts and the data may not be as much, the way you go around it in a very coherent manner will have helped your case. That's my feedback.
All right, thank you very much, Francis.
Thank you.
Okay, Amma, thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Amma Sewa. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contestant, Leo.
Okay, listen, Shatter fans, calm down in the studio, okay? Leo, good evening.
Good evening, Nana.
And congratulations once again for coming this far.
Thank you very much.
You are to present an editorial on the state of education in Ghana.
Okay. Now, they say education is the key. But in my opinion, especially in Ghana here, the key is broken. Now, let me give you reasons why, and in stages. Let's look at our basic education. According to the Ministry of Education, the latest reports, about 5,305 basic schools are under sheds and trees. Now, these students study under trees, and the conditions are not good. What are we teaching our kids? How are our kids learning? Now, these kids also rise on their bellies and also rise without chairs and tables. Where is the way forward with our education?
Now let's look at what happened in the past week when we had caterers of the school feeding program go on strike, and you have children hungry in schools. So what do they want? They want the fees to be increased to 3 Ghana cedis from 0.97 pesos. This is the situation at hand in the country, and in my opinion, it is very, very, very bad. Let's look at our SHS, the free SHS. It's a fantastic policy by the administration presently, but look at the plethora of problems that we are facing. Lack of accommodation, students not being comfortable in the classrooms because there's no space. The double track system is in total annihilation, confusion here and there. These are the real issues that are concerning our country, concerning education. Let's look at tertiary. Now we train our students, this is the truth, we train our students in the tertiary institutions to be theoretical, not practical. So you have engineers coming out from KNUST or University of Ghana or Central University not having the skill set to be able to survive on the job market. And it's the truth. Because, this is the reason why, because most of the institutions prefer you having the skill set to work on the job. Now, when they teach you things in school, they only give you the theory-based aspect. They don't teach you how to do the job. And an example is if there's a project that the government has, maybe a project of roads or building of institutions, we hire people from outside, Indians, Chinese, to come and build our roads for us. And we have engineers in tech or University of Ghana, and they can't come out to build the roads for us. So what are we doing? What is the essence of the educational system if we can't churn out people into our industries? So this is the problem that I have with our educational system. And we have to have an overhaul of the whole system if we are to move forward as a country. Thank you very much.
All right. Leo.
No.
Thank you very much for that presentation. I think if I were to rate or grade you on language, I would definitely give you the maximum points because the language was rich. You used the right words to describe the situation. So I'll go to Lexis, Shatta, and Francis to analyze the presentation itself. Francis, you first.
You said he used good language.
Yeah.
That's true. Except that when he said free SHS and double track is in total annihilation. I paused. I was like, what are you talking about exactly? Number two, you see, for each matter you pick, you may have an opinion on it, but you must lace it properly with facts. When you say double track is in total annihilation, are you saying it is in a poor state, it is being poorly implemented? Because the last update we got, a lot of schools are being moved off double track. The matter of congestion in the first 2 years of the program are being dealt with. So if you did the research well, you'll have realized that things are a lot more better now than it was a year or two ago. That's first point. Second, you talk about contracting and the fact that KNUST, University of Ghana, are not churning out the right engineers to do our roads and infrastructure. There's a difference between giving a contract to a local manufacturer, or shall I say contractor, and ability to do the job. There are many engineers in this country and many companies that can do the jobs that will give out to foreign companies, but it is down to policy and decision. So on that line, I disagree with you that our universities are not churning out proper people to do the right jobs in the job market. That cannot be true. It's about a decision that we take on who gets what contract. Number three, you say that the key is broken for our educational system. So if it's broken, and you talk about children lying on their bellies, no furniture, basic school, free SHS, disarray, tertiary university, we are not teaching the right things. What are the solutions for each stage? Because in an editorial, you don't just highlight the problem. You talk about the nuances and the possible solutions with best practice around the world. So you had a plan, you had what you had to say, but your facts were not complete, your analysis was not on point, and I was not sure the conclusion you drew was based on a proper foundation. That's my thoughts.
Thank you very much, Francis. You are comfortably seated in Bridget Otu's seat. All right, Alexis.
So I would like to respectfully disagree with Francis. Yeah. For starters, I think that your delivery was good. Of course, English, Madam has talked about your delivery. Now, where I disagree with my brother Francis is where you talk about annihilation. And even though it might be probably the wrong choice of word, I think I get the context you're using that word, in which you're using that word. I think what he's referring to is the fact that the double track and the inconsistencies in our educational system has shaken the foundation of our educational system as a whole. You know, it has sort of created some inconsistencies, and we all bear witness to that.
So it was wrong use of the word.
So yes, it was basically the wrong word, but I get the intention and why he used that.
Okay.
On another front, I mean, come on, it's common knowledge that a lot of people would value people with certificates from universities outside than people who have universities here. We have, you know, lots of examples of that. The fact that he's talking about certain contracts going to people from outside and all, that's actually fact. That's decision. It doesn't make those here unqualified to do the work. He didn't say that.
That was the point he was making.
He was trying to say that we prefer to give it to people who are from outside because we believe that they have a higher or more credible kind of education than those who are here. And I think that's what he was trying to point out. I think you could have done a lot more with your delivery, a lot more research. Like he said, I just didn't want it all to go down like Francis wanted to push it down in the name of Bridget Otu.
Oh no.
but yes, you could have done a little bit more research on that, but your delivery was good. So good job.
All right, Shatta.
You, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Shatta.
I like how you look sharp for that one.
Thank you, Wale.
Yeah. You know, I'd just like to add a few things. You know, one, your delivery was fantastic. You know, and for me, you see, I understand them. You know, they are like, you know, my elder, you know, brothers in business. But what I'll just say is that from what you explained, you did that because of time. That's what I'm saying. Because you could have laid down solutions and problem advantages and disadvantages, but you did that because of time. And I believe you really spoke to me like how I wanted to understand a question like that. And I just say keep it up. Thank you very much.
All right, Leo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Leo. Ladies and gentlemen, our final contestants. Let's put our hands together for Barry.
Barry, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, let's go to Lexis for your question.
Hello, Barry.
Hello, Lexis.
Kindly present an editorial on the state of the Achimota forest.
Good evening once again, and my editorial permits me, I would want to title the Achimota Forest, the Owu Family, and Some Modest Proposals. The fact of the case with the Achimota Forest is that in 1921, the Owu family gave out land to the colonial government for 1921 and for 1927. For 1921 is for the building of what is now known as Achimota School. And then for 1927 as a fuel source for Achimota School. Now, some years down the line, we are told the fact of the case that they got compensation for the 1921 land they gave out. And then some years down the line, they petitioned the Kufuor government, and the Kufuor government had allocated, in consultation with the Forestry Commission, gave them some 90 acres of that land. And then it continued down to Mahama's government,
where they were relocated from the core of where they were initially given, which was in the core of the forest, to another side and compensated an extra 20 acres. Now, years down the line, we have the Akufo-Addo government. And Akufo-Addo government says, I want to do right by the Owu family. Well, that's okay. And so they decide, in very flowery grammar, that we are giving them the peripherals of the forest. And permit me to give you a breakdown of the actual forest size. In 1930, we had 494.95 hectares. Now, by 2013, we have 360 hectares. That is 20% of Achimota forest lost. Let's remember that the Accra that we live in has suffered numerous floods. There are lots of places that have been concretized, and so water has no place to seep and then go through, and so the whole place becomes flooded. That is the picture we have in Accra as far as the environment and mitigating climate change is concerned. Going further, they tell us that they have to compensate the Owu family because it has suffered grave, should I say, they haven't been treated very well, and so they ought to compensate it. So that's more like an affirmative action for the Owu family. That's okay. But then, let's look at how things have traveled so far. We see that the whole of Accra, experts have come out to say that the Achimota forest is the lungs of Accra. And so we shouldn't do anything to destabilize the ecology. All family have given us only their word that they won't do anything to destroy the ecosystem. Maybe we should take them by their word, but we know that human beings can change at any time. And so far as the EI 144 declassifies those areas, which is 40.5% of the whole forest, to the Owu family, means that whatever they want to do there, they can do there, because those peripherals, so-called peripherals, are not, it's no longer a forest. And so whatever they want to do there, they can do there. Well, now this is where my modest proposal comes in. Why doesn't government consider giving them a compensation in terms of monetary compensation? Why don't we do that? If government says that it is too burdened and can't give any monetary compensations, that's okay, as the Honorable Abu Jinapa has already said. Why not pay year on year on? So that 40.5% of that acre of the forest, of that hectares of the forest, why don't you pay year on something little by little? And then I'm sure in the next 10 years, we would have paid off that compensation. Another thing is this: if it is a land that they want, why don't we take them to another part of the country where there is good forest cover that can accommodate buildings? And not Accra, which is already choked, and Achimota Forest stands as the only lung of Accra. Well, I know that the government wants to do right by the Owu family, but is it the Owu family or the life of the people in Accra? Let us look at that and see that giving Owu family the peripherals, which is 40.5% of the whole forest which is left now, will just endanger all of us to the detriment of the Owu family. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Lexis. Lexis.
No, I'm impressed, honestly. I'm very impressed, not just with the way you outlined the facts, but with your tone and appeal. I think the delivery was great. You did good with that. Yeah.
All right, Francis, any comments?
Hi, Barry.
Hello, Francis.
Said I've gained a very interesting reputation tonight.
Bridget,
but I'll continue.
Yeah, go on.
So I think in total you did very well. For someone who's not, if anyone is watching tonight who has not followed the Achimota Forest issue, you've been able to answer the question on the state of the forest, matter of the land, portion taken, what is left, climate change issues and its consequence. So there is proof that you prepared and your thoughts were well coordinated from start to finish. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shatta.
Barry.
Yes, Shatta.
I'll just say I love your education because, you know, it's been long since I even researched about Achimota Forest. Yeah, so I just say you've educated me and you did a very good work and, you know, God bless you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Barry. Oh, come on, guys. Let's put our hands together for Barry. Have you spotted your next TV star yet? Have you spotted your next TV star yet? So who is it? Who? All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I told you, hold on. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's have some silence. So I told you at the beginning of the show that after the first round, there will be an eviction. We're about to separate the boys from the men, and then we can go ahead with the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and invite all 5 contestants on stage. The applause isn't loud enough. It's not loud enough. Let's put our hands together for Barry, Leo, Amasewa, Epi, and Siaw. All right. Guys, are you ready? Ready? Okay. So, who stays and who goes home? Who stays and who goes home? Oh, come on, guys, talk to me. Who stays? Okay, wait, let's do it this way. Hold on. Let's do it this way. When I mention the name of the contestants, you tell me if they're staying or leaving. Is that okay? Great. Siaw. Amasewa. Epi. Leo. Barry. Your answers are so conflicting. I'm confused. Okay, now, Shatta, if I ask you to evict one person, who would you evict? You hold on. Wait, let me not put you on the spot. Don't worry. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Emmanuel Ejabing. He's the winner of season 1 of The Next TV Star to present the results for round 1 of the competition. I was really hoping that the judges would do this for me, but unfortunately, looks like I have to do it myself. All right, guys, so here's how we're going to do it like we always do. When you hear your name, you decide if you want to step forward or step back, okay? If you step forward, you're obviously moving on to the next round of the competition. If you step back, good night. Barry, what is it going to be? Are you stepping forward or you're stepping back? All right, step forward, Barry. You've made it to the next round of the competition. Siaw, are you stepping forward or stepping back? I'm sorry, Siaw, you need to step back. I'm actually sorry. Move forward. You've made it to the next round. All right. So, Siaw, go close to Barry. The three of you, space out. Amasewa, Epi, and Leo. Who stays? I am so sad to be the ones to do this, but Amasewa and Epi, this is the end of the road for you. Go backstage. Well done. Leo, you have made it to the next round of the competition. Congratulations. Let's put our hands together for them. Amasewa and Epi, you have been evicted from the show. Please go backstage. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your final three. Who will be the next TV star? Oh, come on, guys, it's not loud enough. Who will be the next TV star? Gentlemen, our finalists, Barry, Siaw, and Leo. You can go backstage. Let's put our hands together for them. You can go backstage. Well done. I will see you very soon. The next TV star is brought to you by Flora Tissues, MTN, Gino, Cowbell, The Address Hotels and Resorts in Dubai, Chop Shop, Green Line, The Sylvester Gents Grooming, Angie's Beauty, Bell Mixers, Bell Chill and Win, The Silicon House Productions, and 77 Assets, and to our donors, Cookie the Makeup Girl, Simmer Brew, Infonifie, and Oh My Hair. Has your child ever told you there was no tissue to use at school? Have you ever had to clean your face with a dirty cloth handkerchief filled with dirt or sweat? Well, I hope you know that is so unhygienic, and imagine tossing it into your pockets after use. Well, that is why I'm here to tell you about the Flora disposable tissues. It is a more hygienic option. When you get a pack, it has 10 tissues in there, so you can throw one away after use and still have more to use. The Flora disposable handkerchiefs, the toilet rolls, the multi-purpose towels, the table napkins, and the box tissues now comes in beautiful new packaging as Flora Joy, Flora Smell, and Flora Giants, and they are available in a shop near you. You can call Flora products on Delta Paper Mill on 0243-033-033. We are spreading love on MCN Mumu. And so did you know that you can buy and send airtime to all other networks at no extra charge at all? Well, all you have to do is dial *170, select option 3 for airtime and bundles, select option 1 for airtime, then finally select option 4 for other networks and follow the prompts to buy airtime for your family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next TV star. We're live on GHOne TV. We're on Facebook as well. Stay with us after the break. We have surprises for you.
Next TV star will be right back. The next TV star will be right back.
To the next round of the competition. I know that you had a party, but the show goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, our finalists step forward. Let's put our hands together for them. Leo, Siaw, and Barry. Who is the next TV star? It's okay. It's all right. Thank you. Okay. So in this next round of the competition, they're all going to be on stage. They'll be answering random questions from the judges. You'll see their faces here as they take turns to answer the questions. And then after, maybe just one more eviction, but who do we evict? Anyway, judges, who goes first? Well, I will choose. Leo.
All right. Leo, congratulations
you,
for coming this far. For the second round, you are all answering 2 questions. The first one is compulsory. The second one is optional. So you can decide not to answer the second question when you are asked. But let me borrow his word. It could count. All right, so the first question is compulsory. And so in 2.5 minutes, tell us about the cost of living in Ghana.
Okay, so just a few weeks ago, the Bank of Ghana came out with the inflation rate of April. Now, the inflation rate of April was 23.6%. Now, if you look at the numbers, for the central region, we had about 26% for inflation rate, and for the upper east region, that was the lowest, that's 18%. Now, inflation affects how goods are expensive in the country. So I want us to understand inflation before we understand why goods are expensive in the country. For the first time in 29 months, imported goods inflation is higher than goods produced locally. So you have imported goods inflation at 24.7%, and you have locally produced goods at 23%. What this means is that things that we bring out from the country are more expensive than things that we produce in the country. And so you realize that things like fuel, transportation, household equipment are all high up. Now, fuel for transportation, inflation was 33%. For household equipment and maintenance also was above the average mark. Also for gas and for transportation was also above the average mark. All these things come together to make things expensive. So you realize that in April, you paid less for transportation than you're paying for now. You paid less for food than you're paying for now. I'm sure most of you take vehicles, trotro taxis, and you fight with the mates. I was in a vehicle just 2 weeks ago, and the way a man was fighting with the mates for the fare, he said, this is not for us, it is 30 pesos. The mate said, it is for us, it is 30 pesos. I said, no, and they were fighting. So you realize that these things affect us. It's the inflation that has made things expensive in the country. So if you understand inflation, you understand why things are expensive in the country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Siaw, you answer the same question. Actually, hand it back to Leo, so he takes his optional question. What is Shatawale's biggest or most viral collaboration so far?
Shatawale's biggest and most viral collaboration so far is Already. Shatawale featuring Beyonce featuring Shatawale on the Black is King album. Fantastic song, 2019. Lion King, one of my favorite movies, and that's why I like it. And it's one of the most viral songs that Shatta has done, and they put him and cemented him on the international mark. International map, yeah.
Siaw, same question. You are to present a 2.5 minute show on the cost of living in Ghana.
A show.
Just tell us in 2.5 minutes what the cost of living in Ghana is.
Say, Siaw, woman Ghana asetinano. Imwayeding. Mesinipi. Na men fam wada. Meanwhile, you kasar wakasa ye efa inflation. Kwanya ndiye mafaswa kosoro. Na ayano pre. Menene yadwene. Eno na nam swama imprimbre no. Enye memwayeding. Ashenka hujubedie transport ohacheche mwedi asam yensa enyan kwalagoro etimprembre no fuel 1 liter no eya abrotensi ya adesa enti enei wo faka na mate no eje obo na woni mu se wo kuro fufurom wonyera ye eye kurom haya na so no sane ye ma ekosoro nti na amana banasa na transport fare enko ano ye fa ne yetumu a bibie mo ye de wo kurom ha frize me kofa nto so aba beton ya to transport bo de wo so ho be kyerɛw enya de amade beto form ama wo so nya na wo sa kwan no so de yo kwakofa bibia ba ye ne nyina gyina eyefu wo no so aban mekama yenti a wo se ya de a ntokwa ekoso Ukraine Russia ka ho ai wo musa de na so de etua to ofa ngo no so ye de yam enna nchen aban so so kyerɛ se saa ne ma ne ba nyina de ka ho ama ne memo ayde wo my god bu ha se si asetere mu kura so aye dene wo kwa ko hide dan ne board mpa ba kasoa alban from top we ya metie tokrom ho enkane na nka wo kura 50 Ghana cedi abetimi ya hide dan enne wo kura 300 Ghana cedi single room wonya wanyina ya ne ma kyerɛ se ene ma akosoro aban ye na afemu de sanko de nyewe begu akwan mu de na so no kwasam se ye hu de ekɔ Pejidifo anas was one for no shits Casam, and about 2 jar on Boyan for Californiata, extra in Siaw who be a binding Guaquim said the Bay economy, be about from was our so. Now, so minority for the assembly 2 jar, extra say a buying say expenditure will be chat. According to Renadio Bay, say this, Intinina, and Benya sing. Netimia Bwama, the Ashaw Manu Kanama Bibia Konkai, a band member, say ye Juma, say ye Fen Yedmo, Obiam me boom Wakon Tama, who say Ampa, Bibi say apostle. Ain't no crack, what mine what thing. I this year bre, and swap Bokostro, Kania Bokostro, and the easy Ghana Water Company. One more swap, say young to one moody more. I'm a PU house in Pedro for quite a quarter as a woman. I will say, Bay, and also don't come up. I bet I want to mean for one more you one shed and yet the year of the Gugana Fosso. Samo so Hosua, and ye never bre at the Amamo, and to your Bokostro this year bre, and Kania Bo Ecostro yebre, Kan ever found so many niety, and diabetes so ayade, and to a man Ghana Nakasano, ayade, Medasi.
Okay. Leo, ain't in the Sana Mibisa, Siaw said Mibisa Leo na Orion Tihe Shatawale, so Nimano. Okay. Ocean Num to carrier na carrier can which we say Juma. And then Num to a Juma Diemono. Num ben on your Biabois, a call viral. Just say, Odiase. No.
Send a million you can. Sapa Pepe already. Ya one day, Bibini Brune, this year, what Tunima Bruch, Memo be your boy, yeah. And I cheat you, Papa. About one say no, and your broom hanqua, and a comfort woman be share. It's a Sababa one, what Bonham day, no what gentry, how Brunima Swintino. A idea, a brofonos to any coon. When I was a big bram and a mining in our so I hope your upon home one day a mine be a move, the way to men no abonuma boom, or Nigeria, or Bagana, what didn't the Keribono. In the Abe Mashatawali, and I negotiate so, and I wanted the end of the 18 about what's in here. No custom, mean for the Creole Chunkumpo, agent Reha, it's already the H and also.
Okay. Barry, should I repeat the question?
I think I'm okay.
All right, let's go with the first one.
So I'm going to tackle this question on the causes of the high cost of living in Ghana. What is driving high cost of living? The first thing I'm going to tackle is Forex. When we look at the value of the cedi as against the dollar, we see that the cedi has shed more than 50% of its value, and it's hitting 8 cedis. And so, looking at the fact that the more the cedi declines, and bringing me to my second point, which is cost of freight, charges. We are told that when it comes to freight charges, a 20-foot container, a 20-feet container from China used to cost 1,500 for freight charges. Now it is 3,500, and that is like 150% increase in freight charges. Now we also told by those who the freight index also tells us that there's been a 133% when it comes to freight charges, coupled with the fact that Forex is really draining us and we've shared 50% of the city's value. You see that it is a recipe for disaster when it comes to our currency, when it comes to the cost of things that we import into the country. Going on, I would say that one of the things that is causing the high cost of living is the price of fuel. And the price of fuel is driven by 3 things: the cost on the international market per barrel, and then the issue of the cost of the prices of the barrel, and then the tax, 29% tax on fuel. And then we also have the issue of the Ukraine and the Russia fight, as well as what happened with COVID-19. So all of these things come together and make fuel more expensive than it usually is. And so it definitely will affect transport charges, as has already been said. Again, when we go to what is driving, we look at the cost of fertilizer. Fertilizer for some months now has increased by 400%, and we don't even get some into our country again. The minister says that it can't provide fertilizer for farmers because we are not getting it from outside, and so we should find ways of making organic fertilizers ourselves. So now if farmers are not getting fertilizers, obviously there is going to be food shortage, and when there is food shortage, obviously there is going to be demand demand on food supply will be very high. And when it's very high, the cost is also going to go very high. And so obviously, whatever you buy to cook with will be more expensive than usual. Now, going forward, we can also look at the inflation rate, which has also been spoken about. We're talking about 23.6% inflation, the highest in 18 years. And that is unprecedented. And there are no indications that it is going to come down anytime soon. Moving forward, we can also talk about non-food items. The kind of tax that is put on non-food items is so huge, and you realize that the increase keeps going. We look between 2019 and 2021, we have 7% and 10% increase. And so these are the main drivers of the high cost of living in our country. Thank you.
All right. And to the very last one, the most viral collaboration Shatta has ever done.
Okay, in as much as I'm not entertainment inclined, one thing I know is that the Beyonce featuring Shatta Wale already on the Black is King album is the biggest. And I think that was, for me, a high pinnacle in his career as a musician, because when you look at the pedigree of Beyonce, even on the American scene, American music industry, you talk about the world, she's respected. And for her to, in her royalty, in her highness, in her glory, look to see Shatta Wale and collaborate with her, it's just amazing and it's awesome.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, so I'll go for comments briefly before we move on to the next round. Francis? On Leo.
Okay. In terms of knowledge, there was proof of it. On composure as well, you did well. Maybe because all three have done it, it looks a little jumbled for me, but there were a few things I noticed. In your presentation, you sought to take it one step at a time. You talked about transport fares, you talked about food, but the things that underpin it, the currency, you didn't mention it. You mentioned inflation by the Bank of Ghana, but what is driving that inflation? You didn't have us understand that. Now, but aside that, you did very well. So for that, I'll just say it off the bat. You did well.
Okay, on Siaw, let's
on
make
Siaw,
it very quick.
On Siaw, knowledge. Fantastic, but he added something to it. He added the relatability to the everyday pocket. For everybody from rent in Kasua to transport, you made everybody feel a part of what everybody's going through now. So, great job. Great job.
Okay, and on Barry?
Then for Barry, a lot of knowledge that you shared. But again, there was a point where you were done, but you were continuing. It was like more paper, but you were done.
All right.
So good job.
All right, Lexis.
That's right. Kudos to all of you. Let me start off with you, Leo. So I'll take it from where Francis left off, because when you talked about inflation is causing high cost of living, no, it's not. What is causing the inflation? We needed you to break it down a lot more, and I think this actually goes for all of you, because I expected that you would all outline the historical context so that we see how dire it is now. We see how serious the problem is, or how high cost of living is. The only way we can do that is if we're able to establish a historical context to compare how things were, say, a year or 2 years ago and what is happening now, what is pertaining now. I missed out on that. That could have helped drive home the point. So, Leo, I think that's what I have to say about your presentation. For Siaw, yes, you made it very relatable. I think that one of your tools, one of your weapons is the sensationalism. And for the target market of your presentation, it's a very good weapon to have, you know, because people want to listen to stories and maybe sometimes a little too embellished, but it's still a good weapon if you're able to use it well and rightly. It's not everything that you over elaborate, you know. There are times that you can throw in a few quips here and there to make it, you know, juicy, but not on everything. You understand? It makes us lose out on the real crux of your conversation. Okay? We miss out on the real content and we just dabble in the excitement of all the things that you're saying and all of that. So don't do too much of it. A little bit of it is nice. It polishes your delivery and all, but don't lose sight of your facts and your content. That's what I'll say. And Amma.
No, so, Barry.
All
right.
I'm sorry,
all right,
Barry.
Calm down. All right.
So yeah, Barry, I think that yes, you had a lot of knowledge. Now, in your bid to break it down, your explanations rather made it a little more murkier. So you had so much information, you wanted to throw it all out, but you ended up confusing us or confusing me because you had just too much information. You had 2.5 minutes to actually establish the point, and that was enough to drive home the basic points that you had. But I think you over elaborated, and that really got it dragging a little bit for me.
Okay.
But good job to all of you.
All right, Shatta.
Leo, what I just want to say is, listening to you, telling us about, the cost of living in the country, really, I really love your delivery, but I'll just say, just sometimes just be brief, because I think you got it. So just be brief on it. But I think so far so good. I just love your delivery. I love your confidence. I love your composure. You're so confident about it, and it's good.
How about Siaw?
Siaw, you see, you are worrying me as I'm sitting here. Because I like it when we are into our culture and, expressing ourselves so well. And I believe you've given me, that street idea, about, how we are living here. And I just say, I see you going far, but don't forget me when you go far. Yeah, God bless you.
And for Barry?
Barry, you're so intelligent, you're beautiful. I love your outfit. You look like my future wife. Yeah, I just say you did a proper delivery. I think you were confident. My big brothers here, they'll always tell you where the flaws are, but I just want you to know that you did so well, and just good luck to you. Yeah.
All right, all the best in the final round. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Barry, Siaw, and Leo. You can go backstage. Yes. Now, life is a concept, a blank page book where you are the main character. Be moved by a place where memories have a deeper meaning, where love grows, where ideas evolve into successful ventures, and where culture and heritage blend seamlessly. Step into a space that unveils the story that only you can tell. Step into the Address Hotels and Resorts, where you belong and where life happens. We're coming to you live from the Silicon House Productions. For our 3 finalists, the contestants. Oh, come on, guys, let's put our hands together for them. Okay, so we're getting into the final round of the competition. I brought you here for the judges to decide who goes first in answering the questions. This time, you won't all be present to hear your colleagues speak. You take turns. So, Nanaba.
Who should start?
I think with a consensus.
Yes.
I think I'll go with Leo.
Leo should start. Okay.
Okay, so Leo starts. Who is second? Lexus. Barry, and
Barry,
then
yeah.
Siaw will be the final. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for them. You can go backstage, but Leo, stay. Leo, you're ready?
Ready.
Yeah? All right, let's roll.
Okay, Leo.
Okay.
I'd want you to present a 3-minute show on the existing governmental and corporate support for the creative arts industry. Presents a 3-minute show on the existing governmental and corporate support for the creative arts industry.
Anita.
Hello and welcome to Rhythms Live. My name is Lionel Nineti. You can call me Leo. And this is the only entertainment show that you have to stay glued to right here on GHOne TV. Now, today on the show, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic: how governments, how corporate institutions are helping the creative industry. Now, I want to take it in 2 parts: the movie industry and the music industry. Let's start with the movie industry. It's no news that the movie industry now is in comatose and it needs support. But the thing is, government is helping through a National Film Authority scheme. Now, what they are doing is to get producers who are good and help them, support them, put money into them to be able to put them on the global map so they can put out movies and films that are of high quality and that can, help the Ghanaian markets grow when it comes to movies. Also, in the music industry, GHOne has risen. GHOne has risen from its ruins. Now, GHOne is the Ghana Music Rights Organization, and the president is Rex Umar. And what they are doing right now is to lay out royalties to deserving musicians. But the fact is this sustainable? And of course, Shatta Wale will always have a say in this. Now, Rex Umar had a little confrontation with Shatta Wale where he said Shatta has 30,000 or over 30,000 royalties, and he's the highest earner of these royalties. Now, Shatta, if you know Shatta, he will come out to, say and rebuttal this. And he said this is peanut to him. Is it true that 30,000 is peanuts for a musician? Now, Sindoko also has has had issues with this, claiming that she has about 500 Ghana cedis in royalties, which is too small for her. Is GHOne being sustainable with the things that they are doing? So these are some of the things that corporate bodies or government is trying to do to help the industry. But the question is, would they continue? Would they continue? I have my guests here. Kwame Eugene is here with me. Mr. Drew is here with me. I'll try and interview them. But before I do that, let's go for a short musical break. When we come back, we talk to Mr.
Francis?
Hi.
Hello.
Barry, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. So, in 3 minutes, sum up the week's biggest stories on your show.
Can you come again?
In 3 minutes, sum up the week's biggest stories on your show.
Hello and welcome to Weekend Highlights with Beringa Irene Duku. You can call me Berry as well. On the show, we tell you what has happened all through the week. And I'd like to start with what has been happening in Ghana. We were told that the man in the contract for sale scandal had actually found a way to withdraw all the money that he had deposited in his account. And he did this at the blind side of the OSP. He took advantage of the fact that the OSP, Martin Amidu, had resigned, and we were still searching for a new OSP, now Kisi Ejaben. And upon his action and upon some concerns raised by Manasseh Azuri, who actually did the investigative piece, he has been slapped with 17 charges, as well as his brother-in-law, who is with him, also with a charge. Again, we look at what is happening on the international scene, and we were told that Finland and Sweden wanted to join NATO. Now, the latest on that is that Finland and Sweden have officially submitted their bid, but however, Russia isn't taking it so kindly, and so they have cut power supply to them, gas as well as electricity. We also have the issue about the Ejapa deal making a whole lot of noise, making a whole lot of rounds in our nation. There has been 24 CSOs holding a press conference and threatening to block the listing of Ejapa on the London Stock Exchange. Again, we can also talk about Again, we can also talk about other news, but then this all time will allow us for. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together for Barry. Ladies and gentlemen, our final contestants. Let's put our hands together for Siaw.
All right, Siaw, Shatta has your question.
I have a little sore throat tomorrow, but so present a 3-minute show on Accra perennial flooding. Okay.
But that was it.
So
Yeah.
it was don't worry. present a 3-minute show on Accra's perennial flooding.
Siaw, so the question I say. Okay, young quay.
So better na my mu na was wo bedwo e ya ade ba kwatime mufu gina ehwehwe se wo betimi akwaba na wokɔba mu no bibia bɛkɔtɔɔten ɛyɛte mabufuo bia ɛdadwene enti ade hye sɛ moyɛ krade mama mu nyina akwaba ɛmfa mo mmra na abɔtwi dwumadie yi so dwumadie yi yɛ kansam wɔ ha wɔ my Ghana ɛdi yɛnya yɛtimi ahwɛ apa no pomasibre ɛnɛ yi yɛbɛkasa afa nsuoyiri ya ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana emu nsuoyiri yɛ adeɛ baako a ɛnyɛ nnɛ ɛna ɛsie ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu ɛfiri tete mpɔn na pɔn besi nnɛ ɛna ɛrekɔ soɔ empempii no sɛ gates ahodoɔ nipa bi no ɛde wɔn bɔɔla ɛretu agum yɛ a wɔn fa nkɔ bea yɛ pa ɛsɛ fata yɛsisi adan baabi basabasa ɛnsɛ ne mfata nso dwirim katahyehyɛ no porɔ yɛ nti na asɛmrefoɔ ama permit anaa ama kwan ama nkurɔfoɔ bɛsisi dan wɔ hɔnom no ɛyɛ nneɛma baako mmienu bi yɛ nam so ɛma nsuoyiri ɛba menka nkɔ akyire no yɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a nsuo tɔɔ yɛ nkramɔnte so yɛ papaapa no pɛkura ne ɛtwa guo yɛ a wokɔpie mɔtɛma community nan yɛ a kaa bi ɛkɔtɔɔ amena mu ɛsiane sɛ na nsuo no ɛyi afa kwan no so aba soro enti wɔyɛ ne ho hyia ɛnyɛ yie nipa ewu nipa nyɛ baabi nna nkɔla abrɛ titiri no kora wɔn ni dan na wɔn deda abɔnten no ɛkya na wɔn ayɛ mmɔbɔ ɛdeɛ na aban yɛ mpɛn pii no sɛ ɛba sɛ yi a ɛneɛ ne gyae aban sɔre waka na wɔkɔ fie ne fie mu nkurɔfoɔ ma brɛbrɛ asɛmrifo mu nyɛ sɛ yɛbɛbɔ wɔn akyi a ɔbu so wɔn kakra bɛpɛ na adwo nsuotɔ bere nya maa yɛntira ɛsa ka ne ho biom pɛ na afei yɛahyɛseɛ kekakeka nsɛ bebrebe sɛdeɛ yɛbɛtumi aboa ama nneɛma no si yɛkɔkɔ yie nanso na deɛ yɛbɛsɛ nya sɛ yɛwie ɛberɛ duru sɛ aban sɔre waka enti no mene mpanyinifoɔ bienu wɔ fie ha yɛbɛtena se ne yɛde asɛm no ato apa so ɛbubum ne yɛyere maako sɛ bibifoɔ mu local rice sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛnya wo ho nteaseɛ ɛno nti yɛbɛtwa ho kakra ba yɛbaa mene mpanyinifoɔ bɛkɔ asetere mu na afei asɛm no yɛka no sɛ nyɛ sɛ ne fata.
Thank you, Siaw.
Let's put our hands together for Siaw. Let's do it better. Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly, we'll be crowning the winner for season 2 of the next TV star. Who is your next TV star? Okay, wait, hold on. All of that will happen right after the break. Stay with us.
The next TV
Yes, anyway. Let's put our hands together for Emmanuel Ejabe. He's the winner for season 1 of the next TV star. There'll be lots of surprises tonight. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Let's also welcome Barbara. She's a marketing manager for Flora Tissues. Let's put our hands together for her. She'll be joining us and helping us with the presentations. Barbara, can we have you on stage here? And Hilda is from Pomasidor. Let's put our hands together for Hilda as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara. Okay. Lexis, please join me. Lexus, please stand here. For third place for season 2 of the next TV star. Who? I can't hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo. Leo, can I have your microphone? Okay, so listen. Thank you very much. Listen. So these are just products that Leo will be getting, and that's not it. But Leo gets a 6-month internship with GHOne TV or Star FM, a 6-month mentorship with the general manager of GHOne TV, and many more of these products from sponsors. Congratulations to you, Leo. You may step back. Lexus, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's put our hands together for Lexus Bale. Barry and Siaw, please join me. Come closer. Who wins the next TV Star Season 2? Now, before we get into that, hold on. Please, let's have some silence. Your noise will make me make mistakes, eh? I don't want to make mistakes. Please. Let me just say a very big thank you to one of our judges who isn't here with us. She would have loved to be here with us, and she sends her love. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Bridget O2. Bridget is watching, and she sends her love. All right. Who becomes the winner? Okay. Listen. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Let me talk to these two. Siaw, it's been a very long journey. And so when we near, how would you feel?
Ebenezer, the Yakupon in my bedroom. It is a man when you cry. Pim number people so come in.
Siaw, good, yeah.
Hello. Ebenezer, the Yakupon in my bedroom. It is a ne say it couldn't be able to know. Any mature man could feel cry. Me den Yakupon say, no pim so come in. Say by an epewomono, you are singing na ebehuno.
All right, let's put our hands together for Siaw. And to you, Barry. What happens tonight if you don't win?
Well, at least I came, I did what I could, and God has been faithful to me. That's all.
Let's put our hands together for Barry. All right. Let me remind you again that the winner for season 1 of the next TV Star gets their own show on GH1 TV and Star FM. They get a year's mentorship with the general manager of GH1 TV, travels to Dubai and stays at the address hotels and resorts, and they get products from our sponsors. Before we mention who the winner is, let's give them some products. Barbara is here. I want them to go backstage. I don't want them to stand for too long. So, Barbara, can you do the presentation to these getting products? So, Siaw, congratulations for coming this far. These are products from Promasador, and you have another one from Flora. And as an ambassador for Flora, I'll personally be giving you products every month. For you and for Barry and for Leo. So all these are for you. Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for Tiatina, for Linda, Promasador, and also for the judges. We have some bags for you. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Shatta Wale to present the winner for the next TV Star. And Shatta, has a surprise for the winner as well. Who wins season 2 of the next TV Star? Shatta, let's put our hands together as we welcome him. DJ Spliff. Ladies and gentlemen, Shatta Wale. Let's put our hands together for him. All right. Shatta, you ready? What do you have for the winner of the next TV Star Season 2?
Well, I just want to say God bless the winner. And apart from that, you know, he or she should be more serious with what they are doing so they can have a prosperous life. But I came here with an Infinix phone for the winner myself, you know, personally. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no time. Join me. The winner for season 2 of the next TV Star, ladies and gentlemen, Siaw. Let's put our hands together for Siaw, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much joy in the studio. Siaw, it's okay, it's okay. Congratulations. Barry, congratulations to you for coming second place. Well done. We are proud of you, as women especially. Bridget sends her love. Siaw, congratulations to you. Can you look that way and take some pictures? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for season 2 of the next TV Star, everyone, Siaw. Let's put our hands together for him one more time. Siaw, Shatta, you can go back. You can go back. Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for Shatta Wale. Now, we have the former contestants. Thank you. The other contestants who started the competition are here. Come on stage. Come. All of you come. Let's put our hands together for them. Come on stage. Come. Let's put our hands together for them. Well done, all of you. Ooh, this is nice. Can we have the other contestants join? Epi Amasewa. It's okay. Okay. Listen, it's okay. Guys, thank you. Thank you. You don't have to leave. Just step back a little for me. But the winners, Siaw and Amasewa, what is going on? Siaw, you come back. Come. Leo and Barry, come, join him. The winners. Okay. Siaw be in the middle. And as promised, we told you that you are not just voting to keep your favorite contestants in the competition. The highest texter gets to travel with the winner of season 2 of the next TV Star to Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, on the screens now is the highest texter. We don't have the name, but we have the phone number. So if that is your phone number, well, that is it, the highest texter. Amasewa, are you expecting to see your number there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Amasewa sister's relationship reminds me of that and my sister. Let's put our hands together for her. Congratulations to you. Thank you for voting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our sponsors, to Flora Tissues. And like I said, Barry, Siaw, and Leo, I will be giving you products from Flora every month. Well done for coming this far. Let's say a very big thank you to Flora Tissues. Let's put our hands together for them, guys. And to our other sponsors, to MTN, to Juno, to Cowbell, to the Address Hotels and Resorts in Dubai, to Chop Shop, to Green Line, to the Sylvester Jens Grooming, Angie's Beauty, Bell Mixers, Bell Chill and Win, 77 Assets, and the Silicon House Productions, and to our donors, Cookie the Makeup Girl, Simmer Brew, Infonifie, and Oh My Hair. To our judges, Francis, thank you so much for coming. Had a good time? Excited about how the night went? Yeah? Let's put our hands together for Francis Aban. He's a programs manager for Star FM. Lexus Bill, had a good time?
Absolutely, I had a good time. I danced my heart out. Yeah, I have receipts, ladies and gentlemen. But congratulations to all of you. You are going on to do amazing things in the media industry. So kudos to all of you. You're all winners. Take the lessons and go shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Lexus Bill. He's a host of Drive Time on Joy. Charles Ni Ama Mensa. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, Shatawale. Let's put our hands together for him. Did you have a good time?
Well, I've enjoyed my nights, you know. Since I came back from America, I've never, you know.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Your final words as we bring season 2 to an end.
Congratulations to all three of them. Exceptional one going out to Siaw. And I have to say this. Siaw is here because Sewa Meher decided to take an extra step, to take an interest in someone, as she always does. In the morning, Siaw developed cold feet. He didn't want to participate because he was scared. He didn't know how the night will go. And so for the comments on Twitter that why is Siaw dressed so shabbily, is because he wasn't prepared to be part. He was that scared. But a call from Sewa got him back on track. And Siaw,
ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the general manager of GHOne TV, Nana Abba Anamwa. And that is your winner for season 2 of the next TV Star. Let's put our hands together for him one more time. Okay, Siaw, hold on. You can cry after. It's okay. Crying never kill. Bemensu. Bemensu. Oh, Siaw. Ladies and gentlemen, Siaw, come for a hug, come. Let's put our hands together for Siaw. And to you, the beautiful people in the studio, put your hands together for yourselves. You are amazing. You're amazing, and I'm so happy to be seeing you every Sunday. I cannot wait for season 3 of the next TV Star. Let me say a very big thank you to all the sponsors who are represented here. Once again, Flora, Oh My Hair, Infonifie, MTN, Promasador, all of you, thank you so much for coming. I am Sewa Amehia. Have a good night. I'll see you in season 3.